Okay, I think we're missing a couple dogs, but let's get started. All right, so last week we worked on attention and leave it and take it. So give me your report card. How did we do? Pretty good?
She's doing. I didn't see her for a week, and I did it in the kitchen before we came over.
All right.
She did it for me.
Sweet.
Well, he decided, I'm just feeding and getting the attention. He decided that he didn't have to sit anymore when I said sit, so that's where we're at right now.
No, so actually that brings up a really good point. I was working with somebody earlier, and we were working on standing with the dog, and so we'd put the dog in a sit. We would actually teach the dog to pop its butt up, to stand. And so what happens is we were doing a bunch of times, and pretty soon the dog started to think, well, wait a minute, why would I want to sit if you're just going to tell me to stand anyways, and then I only get rewarded for standing? So I always tell people, feed for the little things. It's really easy to forget the little basics that we first taught the dog when we're going to more advanced things. We always have to feed for the little things, so don't get away from conditioning what you already taught the dog. Okay, so do we feel confident with moving on? Any questions, concerns?
Yeah, because we didn't do it enough. I mean,
Sure.
I'm confused. He doesn't feel confused, but I do. So first you do this, and you want her to look at you, and then you give it to her.
Yep.
Right? And you keep doing that. I just want to verify.
By all means.
Okay, and then you do this, she looks at you, and then you do this. And then she's supposed to look at your hand, and then once she looks away, you give it to her?
No, so basically, it's kind of like teaching kids mathematics. So for a month, the teacher is teaching a child how to do 2 plus 2. And the child learns, okay, I count and I reach 4, right? So then after 4 weeks, the teacher gives the child a quiz. The teacher wants to see if the child has enough muscle memory in order to, without any help, to understand the answer. So first you're teaching the dog to look up at the face, you're just doing that for a while. And then you provide a test to the dog. So you hold the treat out, and we don't want the dog to stare at the food. We want to see if the dog says, oh, wait a minute, if I look at the face, then I get rewarded. So it's basically just providing a test. You don't necessarily have to hold it out like I showed you away from your face. You can actually hold it, food in both hands kind of to your side. You can put your hands behind your back. The reason I like holding it straight out is it gives the dog a clear understanding that I can see the food. It's not like we're hiding it from the dog. I can see the food, and the dog says, wait a minute, that's not getting me success. But if I do this, then it gets me success.
So it's the attention and them making eye contact with you.
The moment the dog looks...
So they have to look directly back at you.
Yes, we want the dog. And then pretty soon, if you do this enough, you're going to hold your hand out, and the dog says, I'm not even going to look at the hand at all, because I know that gets me no success.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So then leave it.
Okay, leave it. So our real goal is to actually teach the dog how to leave it. Or so that's what you said, sorry. So we first taught the dog how to take it. We just condition the dog. When we say take it, we hand the dog. Take it, hand the dog. And then we teach the dog, when we say leave it, if you do have a little self-control, then the moment you have a little self-control, then we say take it, and we hand it to the dog. And then we put a marker word to it, leave it. When the dog leaves it alone, boom, then we pay the dog, reward the dog for leaving it alone.
Okay, so just if she's not going for it, she's just sitting there looking at it.
You got it, yeah. Or if she looks away. She doesn't have to necessarily look at you, but she looks away. Hey, do me a favor. Hand your husband a handful of food. Okay, hand little Ron a handful of food. Just stay right there and throw food at it every couple seconds, okay? Okay, so do we feel comfortable with moving on?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys never be sorry for asking questions. One of the things I tell people all the time is I never want people to follow blindly. I never want you to say, well, I'm going to do it this way because this guy told me to do it this way. Okay? Never do that. Always question, always ask, and if you don't believe me, go ask other people. And if you ask 10 people and 7 out of 10 people say do it this way, then you're probably saying, hey, maybe I'm right. But never have a problem with questioning or asking questions, okay? Okay, so let's move on. All right, so tonight we are going to work on staying, jumping up, and recall. So the recall is actually not on the board if you did take a photo of it. The reason being is a lot of times I kind of wait till week 3 or 4, depending on how many people we have, and kind of throw it in there because sometimes I kind of run out of time. So we're going to talk about the recall. We're going to do it probably with 1 or 2 dogs, and then we're going to move on. So who here has tried to teach their dog to come to them? Okay. Who here has not had success getting their dog to come to them? Okay, I love your honesty. Sometimes, okay. So one of the biggest problems a lot of times I see people have is we put our dogs in failing situations. In other words, we trust the dog too soon, and we create a pattern of, let's say, untrust in a way, okay? I'm going to use my friend here. Can I use you for a minute? All right. So she's going to be my owner. Come down here, please. Good job, Laurent. Please don't get bit. Okay, turn towards me. All right, so I'm her dog. She just let me out in the yard, and I love being in the yard, right? And in the yard, there's all this fun stuff. In the yard, there's squirrels, there's chickens, there's sticks to play with, there's holes to dig. All this fun stuff is in the yard, right? And she lets me out, and then she tries to call me. So try to call me. Hey, Mom, how you doing? I love it when women, this will get women to whistle at me. So, I'm her dog. I clearly heard her, right? How you doing, Mom? Yep, I see you over there. And then she tries a little harder. She claps. I see you over there, Mom. Now she stomps and claps. Stomp and clap. All right. This is not working, right? Okay, it's fine. Now, she goes inside and gets some hot dogs. Okay? Now, she holds out a hot dog and says, come here.
Come here.
Oh, wait, you have food. I come to you. Okay. Now, what did she just teach me? Let's put you right over here. Yeah, thank you. No, don't worry about it. She's going to grab you a chair.
The comfort food.
There you go. Okay, so she just went and got a hot dog. Now what did she just teach me? You don't have to have hot dogs. I'm not going to eat it. Okay.
Don't come without a hot dog.
Right? So she just set me up for failure. She tried all these things. I didn't come. Then she got a value, and I finally came to her. I got the value, right? Okay, so next day, what does she do? She goes and she gets a hot dog because she's smart. She's like, hey, this worked yesterday. I'm in the yard and I'm fence fighting with the dog behind the fence, right? On the other side of the fence. She tries to call me. Oh, I see you over there, but man, I really like it over here. I really like it over here because this is fun. Okay, that doesn't work. So she, I don't know, does a little dance, right? Finally, she goes and she gets maybe a piece of chicken breast, right? All right, okay, I'll come to you for chicken breast. Okay, so what's happening is pretty soon she's upping the value. Pretty soon you can't up the value anymore, okay? In the beginning, she should have, one, taught me the recall correctly in a neutral environment. In other words, an environment where there's not a lot of distraction. Inside the home, inside maybe the yard where there's not a lot going on. Neutral environment. The other thing is, she should have taught me with one of these. Okay, this is basically a long line. It's about 15 feet. I sell them. I'm not trying to do upsell here, but you can buy these from like a horse and tack place for way cheaper than I can sell them. And basically, it's a long leash that's 33 feet, 30 feet. You can even make your own. So the reason why these are really, really important is you can work your dog from a distance, because what you're going to find is your dog in your house is going to come all day long. The reason being is there's not a whole lot of outside stimulant, right? There's not a whole lot outside to distract me. That's good in order to teach the dog the muscle memory. So if she does 100 comes and I come to her and she feeds me inside the house, that is going to bleed over outside of the house. However, at some point, the dog is going to make a choice to say, wait a minute, I'd rather be outside of the yard and playing. So this is where a long line comes in. It's a way of merging from your neutral environment to, let's say, non-neutral environment, okay? If you say, hey, I want to take my dog to the park, put your dog on a long lane. Here's what usually happens. Be careful around, please. Here's usually what happens to people. So let's say I'm her dog. She takes me to a park, and she looks around. There's nobody around. At home, I'm really, really good. I come to her all the time at home. She's like, all right, I'll earn some trust here. She takes me off leash, and I take off, and I'm running around. I'm having fun. Every once in a while, I kind of check back in. But then all of a sudden, a dog comes in the picture, and I take off running, and she starts calling. Every time she's calling me, she's robbing herself. She's basically teaching me that she has no control. In fact, if your dog gets away from you at this point and it doesn't have a good recall, don't call your dog. We'll kind of expand on that in a minute. What the best thing to do is run the other way, but we'll talk about that in a minute too. So usually what happens is a person, they get really mad. The dog takes off, the dog's not coming to them. Now, nothing is working, right? So then what they do is they take off after the person, okay? So be upset and start coming at me. Oh crap, I don't want to get caught, because what's gonna happen when I get caught? So what am I doing now? Am I wanting to come to her?
You're making a game out of it.
Yes.
That's
And every time she comes at me, she's saying come, and I'm moving away. So what muscle memory is she attaching to the word come?
Chasing.
No, chasing.
Run.
Now she gets a hold of me, and then she punishes me, right? What am I really gonna learn?
Get away.
I don't want to
Yeah,
come.
I never want to come, because then I'm gonna get punished.
Yeah.
Thank you, you did really good. So if your dog gets away from you and you happen to catch him, hit yourself over the head, not them, okay? Be upset at yourself for putting your dog in that situation, not the dog, okay? So here's how we teach the dog a good recall. Excuse me. If we have a rubber band and we stretch the rubber band, besides break, what does the rubber band want to do? Did you say it again? Wants to snap back to its original form, right? So we teach the recall much the same way. I'm going to set up another little game here. Laurent, come over here, please. Right here. Okay, stay. Good job. Christina, come over here. Okay, so we're actually going to do this with the dog in a moment, but I'm going to give you a little idea. So I'm Christina's dog. She holds me by the collar. Okay? Now, Laurent's all the way over there. I don't know that he has reward. So he's going to come up to me. It's... Hey, do me a favor, guys. Can you go back in the corner over there and kind of block yourself in? We'll work on after class. There's chairs in there. He really does not like you today.
No, not today.
It's just a bad day at the office.
Yeah. Okay, so Christina's got me by the collar. Laurent shows me some food. Laurent's going to take off backwards. He's going to say, puppy, puppy, puppy.
Puppy, puppy, puppy.
And he's going to keep going all the way over there. Now, what am I doing right now? If I'm the puppy, I really want to get to him, right? Now, the moment she lets me go, what am I going to do? I'm going to run to him, and he's going to pay me, okay? Then what's going to happen is he's going to hold my collar. Oh, I want to get to her. I want to get to her. I want to get to her. She lets me go, or he lets me go, and I get rewarded.
Oh, and free.
Yep. So the key to this is speed. Okay? The key to this is speed. If you're a parent, ask yourself this. If you allow your kids to take 5 hours to do the dishes, will they ever speed up and want to do the dishes quicker? Or they're always going to take 5 hours? In fact, what's going to happen is they're going to take more and more time, right? Okay? If you require your children to do dishes in a certain amount of time, you're installing a belief system. Here we're installing a muscle memory. Okay? Kind of this, go ahead. Kind of the same thing where I know the moment I hear the word come, boom, I book it to the person. Okay? So there's a couple of key points we're going to do here. One, the moment I get to Laurent, he feeds me and he grabs the collar at the same time. Okay? The moment she lets me go, she says free. She's releasing me to run to Laurent. Laurent feeds me, and while he's feeding me, he grabs his collar. This is the key note. What happens if I get to Laurent and I see him want to grab my collar? I don't want you to grab my collar. I'm gonna get put on a leash, or I'm gonna get bound again, okay? So you want to make this fun. Don't be eager to try to grab your dog. Make this really enjoyable, okay? Laurent grabs the collar, turns me around.
Puppy, puppy, puppy.
Okay? Laurent says free.
Free.
And I go. Now, what happens if I'm Laurent's dog and she's trying to call me and I'm looking over here at the shepherd? Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? And he lets me go. What's going to happen?
Free.
Hey you, hey, I see this dog over here, I really like this dog. Okay, so setting the dog up for failure, right? You want to make sure the dog is really trying to get to the second person before you let the dog go. If the dog's not wanting to get to the second person, then you need to either go back to a shorter distance, different reward, or you did it too many times, and now it's like, this is kind of boring game. Okay? Now, you get a free ride on my wheelchair if you can tell me why we are using puppy instead of come. And you have to be under 10. Yeah, why are we using puppy, puppy, puppy instead of come? Any idea? Yes?
Because they haven't mastered it yet, so you don't want to put a master or a word to it.
Give that woman a high five. I'm glad you're not under 10. Okay, she's absolutely correct. So let's say LaRon and Christina here do this 10 times. And 7 times out of 10, I'm headed to LaRon and I kind of beeline it over here. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Okay? But 3 times I do it correctly. What muscle memory is going to be established? Failure or success? Failure, absolutely correct. Okay? So this is why we use puppy, puppy, puppy. It doesn't matter what you use puppy, the dog's name. We just want the dog excited about going to the other person. Okay? Let's do this with, can we do this with the Doberman? And maybe your guys' dog? Okay, do you mind doing this?
Yeah.
All right. Come on down. Contestant number 1. Okay, so I'm going to have you hold the dog first, and then you're going to be the caller first.
Okay.
We're going to change to the left.
Yep.
So we're in the frame, I'll let you do that.
So just a key, oh, watch your dog. It's okay.
Good, buddy, good.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
So just a key note, if you guys use a prong collar, don't do this on a prong collar. It's counterintuitive, meaning we want the dog to kind of pull into the collar. If it's on a prong collar, tries to pull into the collar to get to that person, what's going to happen?
So you want to put this on a flat collar?
You got it.
You want it on a flat collar?
Yeah.
And let me get a little bit of food.
How much do you want?
Just enough
Actually,
to play the game. I just wanna get
yeah,
used
feed her a
to
little
it.
bit. I don't see how she does. There we go.
Oh, you want some too, huh? You want yeah.
Can I move you for a second? Can I put you right over here? Thank you.
She's only got 2 people handle her.
Yeah.
Yes, that was my bad.
Yes, maybe, let's try it. Don't hold, yeah, just hold her that short. Okay, walk down here, Mom, a little bit with her, please. Okay, Christine, come down this way. Okay, Mom, you're actually gonna go that way, but I wanted her to kind of walk down this way. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, show her your food. Okay, run back, say, pop, 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 pop.
Puppy, 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 puppy. Puppy, puppy.
Okay, this isn't gonna work. Sorry, we're a little bit nervous. Go and take her back. This is gonna be a little too much for her, I'm sorry.
There's a lot of distraction here when you do it at home. This works better.
Let's see if you guys can try it.
You guys can do this together. You want
Yep.
to do me? Like you want to do on this?
Smell that? Good stuff, huh?
Put it on harness, I guess?
Yep, harness is fine.
All right. All right. You're on square away. Girl.
Okay, who does he like more, Mom or Dad?
He's Velcro to her ankle.
All right, so Dad, I'm gonna have you start by holding her. So bring her a little closer.
He's got a stubborn streak out in miles.
Well, he's a little bit worried too. It's not right now. It's not stubborn. This is a little bit. I'm not sure.
Okay, so say down.
Yep, set him down. Yep, and hold him right there for me, Dad, by the harness. Okay, Mom, come and show him your paycheck. Okay, run back, say puppy, puppy, puppy. And look.
You're gonna look at the height of the chair, and I'm gonna go to the chair.
Okay, this ain't gonna work with him either, I'm sorry.
We'll just do it outside.
Okay, yeah, do it outside.
Yeah.
Let's go put your leash back on. He's a little
You
bit
get the
worried.
idea, yeah, there's too many dogs.
It is too many dogs, yeah. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to show you with the dog. The other dog's a little bit nervous. I don't want to put the dogs in a situation. So you guys kind of get the idea, get the point. It's really about engagement to the other person. It's about timing. And it's about not putting your dog in a situation. So if your dog is halfway across your pasture eating a horse apple, most likely it's not going to come to you, right? Don't even ask the dog to come to you. If you can run the other direction, juggling horse, I'm just joking, but run the other way, with a toy, with something higher value, the dog comes to you, all right, make a big deal about it, and then next time think about it, maybe I'm giving my dog too much freedom. Okay? Any questions on that? Okay, so let's talk about jumping up, then we'll work on staying. Who has a jumping up problem? All right. Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to move you back over here. Thank you. So I'm going to, let's see if we can use you. Come on up. So what if I told you, you guys taught your dog this problem? Would you believe me?
Yes.
Okay, now tell me why.
Because my daughter was like,
It's always our fault.
That's true. So you're absolutely correct. So usually what happens is, this behavior usually starts when they're about 8 weeks old. We walk in the door, a puppy jumps up on us, we've had a bad day, and the moment the puppy jumps up on us, what do? We coddle the dog, right? We bend down, we pet the dog. The dog just learned reason. Wait a minute, your hands are up there, I'm down here. Hey, if I jump on you, I get your hands. And then 8 months later, you guys are calling me and say, why is my dog jumping all over me? And you've taught the dog this. So what happens is the dogs get really confused then, because come 8 months old, now the dog jumps up on the person yells at the dog, says no. Or they hit the dog. Well, now the dog's saying, wait a minute, this is really confusing. It's kind of like this young man here. Every day, his mom lets him come home and eat ice cream and play video games every day after school. And then one day she punishes him for it. Would that be fair? Probably not. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to reprogram the way this dog views mom. Did we work on this already?
No.
Privately?
You,
Yeah.
a little bit, but he wasn't.
Sweet. Okay, still ruined. All right, good. Yeah, if the dog's trained, it's really hard to make this. Okay, so Laron, I'm gonna have you hold the dog, please. Oh, all right, the dog jumped on you. All right. Can you take him off the prong collar, please, Mom?
Oh, we don't have the other leash on.
Oh, I thought I saw a red collar on there. Is that the bar collar?
Yeah, it's bar collar. Can we attach to that?
No, just double link the prong. That means both little lead. There you go. Yeah, if you guys do this again, don't do this on a prong either. I don't want the dog jumping up and kind of correcting themselves. We get unfair, not unfair results, but the wrong kind of results. Okay. Do me a favor, come out here a little bit so everybody can see, please. Okay, so we're gonna do a little test. So Laron, just gonna hold the dog right there. You're gonna come over here, Mom. Okay. I want you to put your hands behind your back, walk up to your dog, talking to him. Let's see if he jumps up on you. This is why we do a test. See, I am that good. The dog just doesn't even jump up now. Okay, walk away again. This time, don't bend over, okay? Walk up to him. Okay, good. The dog jumped all over. Okay, now walk away. Do you have a bunch of food? Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to do the same thing. Walk up to him and talk to him. When I tell you, I want you to kneel down and feed, okay? Come on, thank you. Okay, walk up to him and kneel, feed. Good. Walk away. Maybe don't scare him this time. Just kneel it a little quicker, a little slower. Okay, walk up. And kneel and feed. Good. Good. I want you to do, you're going to do this 5 or 6 times, okay?
Okay.
Again, walk up to him, talking to him just like you did before. Good. 2 more times. Good. One more time. Good. Okay, walk away. Have food in your hands, but don't kneel down this time. Just walk up to him and talking to him.
Okay.
If he jumps on you, don't do anything. Wait. Feed. Good. Walk away again. Do me a favor. Put your hands behind your back this time, okay?
Okay.
Walk up to him, talking to him. Don't kneel down. Okay, wait. Okay, now walk away. Okay, again. Walk up to him. Stop. Wait. And feed. Good job. Let's do it again. Okay. Walk up to him, talk to him, and kneel down and feed this time. And kneel. Good. Okay. Walk away. Okay. Put your hands behind your back. Walk up to him, talk to him. Okay. Wait. And feed. Good job. Let's, since I can't really do this with another dog, I'm going to have you do this time. Do you mind holding the dog?
Yeah, no.
All right. All right. Can you load this young man up with food?
Yep. The foot.
Dog is so smart it fixed itself.
It did.
Okay, let's do a test. See if the dog will jump up on you again, okay? She may load the dog so much it's not going to leave her. Okay, walk up to her, doctor. Okay, feed her. Dang it. So this is one of those cases, I need the dog to fail in order to teach the dog not to fail. Walk away again. This time clap a little bit while you walk up. And act like a little schoolgirl. I'm just joking. Clap while you walk up this time. Stop. Okay, feed the dog. Can you, will you hand your food to Christina? Let's see if the dog will jump on Christina.
Am I encouraging the jumping?
Yeah, I need the dog to fail.
Oh, okay.
Okay, put your hands behind your back. Walk up to.
Call this one out, she'll do it.
Okay, we'll try it next. Okay, feed her. Good job. Good job. All right, Mom. Good job.
Perfect.
All right. Now, does this mean her problem is completely fixed? Nope.
She just preoccupied doing
Well, not necessarily. She's learned a little muscle memory, but it doesn't mean the dog's fixed. It's kind of like, you know, I'll give you a little statistic. I used to go to a gym right down the road here when it's here. And I kind of became friends with the owner. And the owner told me that January 1st, 90% of his business joined the gym. By February 1st, 90% of his business was gone. That's why they have contracts, right? People think that a couple reps and a couple times going to the gym is going to fix a problem. Doesn't work like that. So one training session doesn't do it. However, let's talk about some statistics here. Not statistics, but mathematics here. Tonight the dog did really good. Let's say she goes home, she walks in her door tomorrow, she forgot food, the dog jumps all over her. Okay, that's only once. But this happens 3 or 4 times next week. Now what muscle memory is the dog starting to learn again? Well, I jump all over her. So one thing she can do is she can have food already in her car, outside the front door. The moment she walks in her house, she can drop food. Okay, just start dropping food every time you walk in your door. If your dog, when it walks in the door right now, is thinking this, but every time you walk in the door, the dog is thinking, hey, what's on the ground? What muscle memory is the dog going to learn? Okay? Do you guys want to try this? Will the dog... Do you think the dog's going to jump up on somebody here?
Yeah.
Okay, who's going to...
Rex, do you want to take her?
Who's the dog jump up on most?
Both of us.
Okay, then Max, I'm going to have you do it. Is that your name, Max?
Yeah, Max.
Is that really your name? Okay. Is Max for short for something?
Maximus Dillon.
It's okay.
He's not feeling great today.
Me too. All right, too much leash. Let's flip that leash around. There you go. Shorten up on your leash a little bit, good. A little bit shorter, all the way to the first knot there, okay? There you go. Okay, Mom, let's see if the dog will jump up on you. That was the cat from last class.
Get in. Get in. Or not.
Or not.
Okay.
It's okay. It was a good try, Mom. It's not gonna happen, kid. All right.
Okay. That's it.
Okay. Any questions on this? You guys feel pretty good? I know we only got to show with one dog. The other dogs, this would be a little bit too much for them. I'm sorry to say. Okay. Let's talk about grandma comes over. What should you do if grandma comes over if you have a family reunion? You know the best thing to do? Put your dog away. Yep, put your dog up. Why? Because if you have 20 people come in your house over a weekend, and those people come into your house 2 or 3 times, 20 times 3, what, 60, right? So 60 times, if your dog fails at least 50% of the time, jumps on somebody when they come in, what muscle memory is going to remember? It's better to put your dog up or tell people to completely avoid the dog when it comes over to your house. Okay? All right, let's move on to staying a little bit. A lot of it. Okay, so staying is a kind of difficult thing to work on. A lot of times, if you think about it, when we first started the class, what was the one thing that we worked on more than anything else? Starts with the E. Engagement, right? So engagement's all about teaching the dog to be excited about, be wanting to be with us, right? Now we're going to teach the dog, wait a minute, I don't want you to follow me around. I don't want you to be excited about me. I want you to stay stationary for a minute. So it's almost like we're kind of confusing the dog. However, this will make sense in a moment. So I'm going to use my friend Laurent here. So let's say Laurent asked me to sit because I sit really well.
Sit.
And he decides he's going to make me stay. And he walks backwards. And I get up and follow him. And he says, no.
No.
All right, and he makes me sit again.
Sit.
Okay, then he walks back again. And I get up and I follow him again. But now he's like really mad. He comes at me. Gosh dang it. Now he's really mad, right?
Stupid.
Now he's... I'm going to cry. So now he's going to ask me to sit again.
Sit.
Oh, crap. I don't want to sit. Okay. So what happens is we get really frustrated with the dog because the dog's not staying. But it really sit is all about baby steps. So what he's going to do is he's going to capture something. He's going to capture his movement. So he's going to ask me to sit.
Sit.
He feeds me for the sit. Then watch what he does with his foot. 1 foot back, a little bit, 1 foot forward, and he feeds me. That little movement is what we're going to expand on, okay? I thought, hey, that was kind of fun. He tells me to sit again.
Sit.
Says back, says forward, and he feeds me. Now I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I like him taking a step back. Because when he takes a step back, what do? I get paid for it, right? So this is what you're going to do in a minute. You're going to ask your dog to sit, step back, step forward, feed, step back, step forward, feed. Now he's going to free.
Free.
All right, and he frees me. Then after you get 1 step anchored, then you're going to try 2 steps.
Sit.
Steps back and walks forward and he feeds. Good. So this is why we start with 1 step. Look at the distance between him and I. Put 1 foot back. Now, look at the distance between him and I. Now, put the other foot back. It doubled, right? I'm going to fail at this stage at first. This is why you move 1 foot back, 1 foot forward. Make sense? Okay, let's see you guys try it. So try this. Let's try to get 2 steps and then sit back down. If you can't get 2 steps, but you get